Hi guys, welcome to another vlog. Today I am driving the new Honda Amaze BS6 compliant. So there has been a lot of change in the vehicle. Well, lot of chrome outputs given to the vehicle, and the hood happens to be upright, maybe because of the dynamics and the performance of the vehicle. So you get a lot of chrome finish on this vehicle. Well, you have chrome everywhere. This is a chrome bit and this is a chrome bit. Okay, you don't get LED headlights, but you get position lamps which are pretty much LEDs. You get a halogen fog lamp. This is the towing hook. Well, a new skid plate bumper has been added, well, to give a sportier finish. Well, now coming to the side of the vehicle, it pretty much looks decent. Like, there has been an increase in the width, the length, the breadth and everything. Honda has done a great job in doing so. Well, Honda Amaze written right over there. Well, coming to the tire sizes, they have given Bridgestone tires. The tire size happens to be 175/65 R15 wheels, which is pretty much nice for this compact sedan, I can probably tell you. Well, you get request sensor on both sides of the front doors. Well, these ORVMs look very nice with a black cladding. It adds much more beauty to it. Well, the roof isn't steep. That's a shark fin antenna. You have defogger lines over here. Well, now coming to the back of the vehicle, Honda Amaze written right over there. This is the VX optional variant, so ID Tech written right over there. Well, that's a reverse parking camera, and these are 4 sensors, probably reverse parking sensors. This is the exhaust system. Even though it's a diesel engine, the exhaust doesn't feel like it's a diesel engine. Well, that's a towing hook. Now, these tail lights have been inspired from the Civic. It will remind you definitely of the Honda Civic. Well, these are the indicator functions and the fog lights. Well, this is the diesel cap. You have to manually unlock it from inside. Well, doors open pretty much wide and nice. Well, you have dual sort of treatment on the doors. Soft material here, maybe to keep your stuff. This is to open up the doors. This is to lock and unlock the doors. These are power window controls. You can easily fit a 1-liter water bottle over here. This is a speaker system of the side passenger door. Well, let's get into the vehicle. The cabin feels nice and decent. Well, it's not loud though. Well, seats are pretty much comfortable. You get a sort of finish on it, maybe skid resistant thing. You get ISOFIX child seat mounts on the rear. You get 2 sides as well. But the surprising is that you don't get adjustable headrests, which is kind of surprising. So the common thing is that you can expect headrests, adjustable headrests from a proper sedan. As it's a compact sedan, we don't expect that. Well, you have a center armrest, but it's not upright. It's like it's sticking to the seats, which doesn't feel that comfortable. You get 2 cup holders over here, and floor is almost flat, so 3 people can easily sit here. You get a 12-volt charging socket over here, a power outlet. Well, the base treatment looks nice on this vehicle. You get 4 handles, but it's not adjustable. Neither you don't get any coat hangers as such. Scooped out seat backs, magazine holders, pretty much look nice. Well, that's the dashboard of the vehicle. It looks pretty much decent and nice. Let's get into the driver's seat. Passive entry. So I have the key in my hand, in my pocket. Well, these are the ORVM controls. This is to lock and unlock the doors. These are the power window controls. This is to detect your windows. Well, you get a sort of brushed silver finish on the door handles. You get a lot of gloss black finish. You can easily fit a 1-liter water bottle. Well, coming here, This is to open up the fuel cap, this is to open up the hood, this is to open up the boot. I'll quickly show you the engine bay of this vehicle. Well, that's a 1.5 liter diesel engine which produces 100 horsepower. Earth Dreams technology, ID Tech written right over there. Engine is pretty much noisy. You have insulation right over there, but still noise is pretty much high. Well, let's get into the driver's seat. Well, doors close with a proper thread. Seat are pretty much comfortable, but under thigh support isn't great. Well, even though I adjust the seat, it's not comfortable though. Well, coming to the cluster, it's all analog unit, but you get a center MID unit wherein it's probably a kind of confusing thing because lot of information on offer. So you get kilometers traveled, trip information, time, fuel indicator, and what is the kilometer per liter, maybe probably the mileage or something like that. Telltale lights everywhere. This is to browse through that range. So this is as 14.8, but the company claims that this gets around 23 kilometers per hour. 23 kilometers per liter. Well, coming to the steering wheel, well, this is to browse through that multi-information display. Well, this is for the cruise controls. Well, here these are the controls for the headlights and indicators. You get engine start stop button over here. This is a brushed silver finish over the AC vents, which kind of feels nice. Here you have a headlight leveler. Well, coming to this system, it's a touchscreen system which isn't that fluid when compared to a WRV and other Honda cars of this segment. Well, it isn't that fluid, but still great response. The light doesn't feel, the brightness of the screen doesn't feel that great. Well, now let me quickly check the reverse parking camera. So you get a reverse parking camera, but it doesn't get adaptive guidelines. You get multiple views, maybe, yes. You get 3 kind of different views, probably to park your car and stuff like that. This is a hazard light button, so you get lots of gloss black finish. This is a climate control AC system. Well, you have a 12 volt charging socket over here. You get 2 USBs over here, which is a fast charging. Well, this is a 5-speed manual transmission. This is the handbrake of the vehicle. Well, lots of hard plastic on this car. Glove box isn't that great, it's not big though. Well, on the co-driver side, you get just a mirror, a small mirror, but no lights. No center lights as well, but you get a light in the center of both the things. Well, for the driver's side door, you don't get a mirror nor a receipt holder. You get a IRVM over here. Well, there are few things which Honda has missed in giving this vehicle. Let's check what this vehicle has got. Let's get driving. Urge everyone to fasten your seat belts. Check for all the doors to be locked. Safety is a must. Please don't try to imitate. Let's get driving. So, adjusting up the handle according to us. Well, this is a comfortable position for me. Well, now turning down the air conditioning for a bit, getting into the first gear, pulling up the handbrake down, revving the motor, revs only till 2000 RPM. No wheel spin, nothing like such. Well, let me just quickly give a launch to this vehicle. Well, let's stop it. Into the first gear, revving the motor. No wheel spin like such, but a lot of noise from this engine as it's a diesel engine. Well, a lot of noise from this vehicle, probably the diesel engine sound. The pull is great on this vehicle, I can say that. It's not like a WRV because that doesn't pull much. The thing happens here is the torque band or probably the RPM with red lines is pretty much short. The band of this RPM is pretty much short, which makes the vehicle to pull much rather than compared to the other vehicles. This could be probably because of this has lesser the weight, the curb weight I can probably say, but the system is on the 64 side. Well, Honda has done a great job in giving a system to this car, which is kind of feeling nice. The drive of this vehicle is pretty much soft. Handling is great on this vehicle. Well, the seats aren't that great as I earlier told you. That could have been much more better because under thigh support is a lot of problem for the driver's seat as well. And the recline angle is pretty much comfortable. I can say Honda has done a great job in giving nice headrest, which gives comfortable while driving. When compared to the other cars, the headrest isn't that great because the recline angle provided by these cars aren't that great as when compared to the other cars. So that's the thing happening. Well, but performance wide and driving wide, this car pretty much feels nice, comfortable to drive. So it's basically a 5-seater car, probably a 4-seater, as the company didn't give a center armrest, something like that. A lot of traffic. So we'll be doing all the reviews on the national highway. So that's the reason there has been plenty of vehicles crossing us, and the problem for that. Well, let's just quickly take a U-turn and launch the vehicle again. Well, as I have earlier told you, whatever vehicle we drive, the same vehicle follows us. We are driving the MS and we can spot another MS crossing us. That's what I can say, luck or something like that. Well, let's check again. Let's launch the vehicle. So it's kind of showing me an economy sign when I'm driving in economical condition. Well, let's get into first gear. Revving the motor. A bit of wheel spin. Not the great though, as I have earlier told you that the torque band or the redline span is pretty much less, which makes this vehicle to launch as quick as possible. But well, to maintain that the 23 or 24 km per liter as claiming by the company, so the performance has been limited, maybe because of the the mileage thing, because Honda cars are very well for their mileage purpose. And the diesel engine pretty much gives you a nice feel to the car. It feels great to drive. Well, it feels nice to drive. It is a good performance car, probably I can say, and it's a best sedan class for people who wants to do long journeys and who are not basically like a car enthusiast who wants to rev the nuts out of the motor, but still it's a happy happy family car. Probably it's a happy sedan, I can probably say. Okay guys, we'll be back with another vlog. Take care, see you soon, bye.